Shalom, it's Shlomo from IsraelTrees.org. We are in Kissufim, which is right on the Gaza border, across from Khan Yunis.
You can see some of it here in the background.
And we are with Philip. Shalom, Philip.
Philip Cohen.
And Philip Cohen has taken over for Daniel Bird.
Yes.
And we've interviewed him 5 years ago when Hamas was sending in all these kites and balloons and burning the trees, and we helped pay for some trees then. And now, unfortunately, from October 7th, what happened, we interviewed Daniel and we saw his house burn down.
Yes. Yeah.
And we understood that you guys are planting these trees and need help.
Yeah.
And he also told us that some of the economy went down because some of the katifa, you couldn't even get and pick some of the avocados.
Yeah.
And we're on a campaign to help farmers and even just moshavim, kibbutzim, yeshuvim communities on Otef Gaza, on the Gaza Strip, plant trees. On Monday, we were in Ein Hashlosha.
In Hashlosha.
And they planted a new vineyard over there. And we're happy to help you guys plant these few thousand avocado trees. So first of all, I'm just curious, Kissufim, where does the name even come from? What's
Kissufim, the meaning of it is a longing or
to long for.
A yearning for something. So when the people came here, they chose this name as like the fulfillment of this longing to return to
the land of Israel.
To the land of Israel.
That's beautiful, because a lot of the other places in the area also have this type of name, like Amona and Shokeda to sprouting, and Shuva to return. Like very specific. And Tukuma.
Yes.
Tukuma, we're planting 4,000 trees over there. So also to come up, to arise.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about Kissufim. It's basically, we're an agricultural settlement.
Right. We
have no industry. All of our income is based here on agriculture. Since the beginning of the war, we suffered a heavy blow.
I can imagine.
6 of our workers were murdered on that
killed.
day.
We heard that before from Daniel. The Thailandian.
A Thailandian, yes. And Itai Zak was killed along with his family, his 14-year-old kid and his wife.
Right.
So really we were just trying to get back on our feet after since the beginning of the war.
Right.
We've had a lot of volunteers, a lot of kids from Garin Sabar. They're not kids anymore, but kids from Garin Sabar who had lived here in Kissufim in the past have come back to volunteer. They're living with us in the kibbutz and working in the orchards. The plan that we had, or to plant this field, it's a plan that we had for the last 6 years, but it never really came to fruition until now. Right. And after what happened in October, we decided there's no better time.
There is no better time, because what they want to do is they want to take away life. That's what they do. Yeah. And we can't bring back those lives. God decided that those lives were the ones that did their job on this earth. But what we answer is we're going to plant new life, and trees are life.
We're planting something here for the next 60 years.
Yeah, and we're going to create new life by just planting the trees. Yeah. And of course, you have mitzvot that come with the trees, you know, such as you have the Orla and the Teravai and Trumot Masrot every time you take the fruits, and Shemitah. And, you know, we don't know where the souls go or how it works, but somehow when we plant these trees, all of those mitzvot from thousands of trees are going to go for all those holy souls that were lost. And wherever they are, it's gonna be aliyah. It's gonna raise them. And that's something amazing.
Yeah. One of the driving forces behind it was to show the members of the kibbutz that we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
After what happened, we're going to continue building here in the kibbutz, continue planting.
Right.
And like I say, these are trees that are going to be here in another 60 years.
Right. I know from some of the other kibbutzim in the area, some of the people are scared to come back.
Yes.
And it's completely understandable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you do this, you say, no, we're here, we're going to be here. And of course, these volunteers, these soldiers are here helping plant. They're going to help protect them. God willing, we're going to straighten out the situation over here. We have some volunteers. What's your name?
I'm Danny.
Danny. And you?
I'm Ariel.
Okay. And where are you guys from?
We both grew up in the U.S. I grew up in Boston.
I grew up in Baltimore.
Right.
And we've been here 6 years now.
Wow. So did you make Aliyah?
Yeah. So we both made Aliyah. I made Aliyah 5 years ago, but I've lived here 6 years.
Right.
I made Aliyah 6 years ago, and then we drafted as lone soldiers to Tzal.
Living in Kissufim, and then both of us have gotten released from the army and have come back since the war started to help work in the avocados.
Wow, so you both finished the army as Chayalot Bododot, which means lone soldiers. You finished that, and now you both live in Kissufim? And you wanted to do something to help, because they killed so many people, unfortunately, over 1,200 citizens and now 600 soldiers, unfortunately. And we're planting vineyards and orchards all over Israel for the lost soldiers. And that's what we're doing over here today. We're planting, I think it's 5,000 avocado
We
trees
heard
today.
5,200.
5,200.
Yeah.
There's actually another amount that they already did earlier this week, so 6,500 altogether.
Wow.
But today we're doing 5,200. And have you planted trees before in Israel?
So the two of us actually, after the army, stayed in Kissufim and worked for about a year in the avocados, doing everything from planting to picking to everything. So we're...
And that was the first time you really got involved in agriculture?
Yeah, 100%.
How did you like it?
Amazing, amazing. It's hard work, but it's really, really rewarding to be here and rewarding to work for the kibbutz and help them.
That's amazing. So you're being connected to the land in two ways. One of them is the army. I mean, you're protecting Am Yisrael, the Jewish people, and the non-Jews that live here. And the other one is getting your hands in the soil and planting. Our favorite farmers are the ones with a big gun on them.
Yeah.
we were in Ein HaShlosha on Monday. So both of them are in Kita Konanut with big, rifles on them, and they're sitting there planting a vineyard. So
Yeah.
that's the best. It's like the best of everything.
Yeah.
We shouldn't need the gun, but have it.
Yeah, we feel protected out here with the soldiers and everything. Definitely.
Okay, thank you for your help. And I guess you got to get back to work planting more trees.
We're back to work.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. Yasher koach. Okay, so Philip, I see over here a new looking plastic holder container.
Yeah.
I see you put them on top of all of these trees over here like this.
Yeah, that's just...
And this is something new. I usually bring a knife with me when we plant, good old-fashioned folding knife, and we cut bags.
Yes.
Or sometimes on the larger trees like the avocados, they used to have a container that's closed. So can you explain what exactly is the story with these open holes?
This
and how does
is
that work?
it's a new system to grow the trees in the nursery.
Okay.
Inside this sits the root system inside a biodegradable net.
Wow.
Which we just pull the whole tree out. Planted
with the net?
With the net, planted with the net in the ground, and then the net itself biodegrades
Wow, so
over
it just go
time.
back in the soil.
Yeah.
And these holes over here, what, they let the
They're-
roots go through or something?
It's for